Maybe it was in yesterday's. But next subject. Having been in the gym game since like the 80s, I know a little bit about this. Lifting weights will get you pretty far and cover up a lot of inadequacies, but make no mistake, gyms are full of handsome, well-built, yet socially awkward or shy men on Friday and Saturday nights. You need to learn game. I see it all the time. And you've got to understand, like in our world, and I was probably in my late 30s, early 40s before this really struck me. In our world, because we lift, we are active, we exercise, we come from athletic or gym backgrounds, we think everyone does. And you think everybody exercises, when in fact, less than 1% of the American population exercises regularly in any capacity. That includes running, swimming, kickball, racquetball, tennis, and weightlifting. So you have to realize that we are the outliers. But you do see these guys always say, anything that comes up, they're like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me, go lift weights. Oh, I lost a business deal, I'm going to go lift weights. That's always the thing. And that will get you, out of depression. It'll help improve whatever state you're in. You'll feel better. You'll be healthier. You'll look better. You'll tend to make more money because it also affects your facial attractiveness. There's all kinds of benefits. But the one thing that it won't completely lock in is a woman's attraction for you. Because like I said, and I know this because back in the 80s, I was the teenager in the gym, mostly because I was overly, what would you say? I'm pretty good about focusing in on one thing and, to excess at times. But I was in the gym and I look around and be like, man, what are these older guys doing in here? Shouldn't they be out? Because I couldn't drive yet. But even now, and I see it every Friday or Saturday night if I'm closing the gym, it's nice looking guys. But one night I was thinking, what is the commonality here? And you could tell just by their demeanor, and especially if you get to know a lot of, they just tend to be on the shy side. They just are a little less, they're not, extroverts. They're introverted. They may not work. They may work more like in IT. You don't really see a lot of like tradesmen coming in the evening. They tend to go out and drink no matter what, for whatever reason. This is just what I've observed. And it may just be where I live, but they come in, they lift on a Friday or Saturday night, keep themselves busy, but they don't have a lot of personality. And that can be developed just like your body can. So lifting weights will carry you a long way, but you have to learn actual seduction, attraction, charisma. Learn charisma, which is game. That will carry you, forward. It just takes a little bit too. It doesn't take a whole lot because most guys have little or no charisma and they're doing okay. So guys that are socially awkward or shy's slightly easier to work with, will benefit greatly from learning game. And you don't stop going to the gym, but it's not going to be the answer. And I think a lot of times guys go, well, it kind of falls under the, if I were just richer, if I were just in a little bit better shape, if I was just a little bit more muscular. And weightlifting or having a good physique is actually a lot like making better money. It doesn't really attract, it attracts dudes. That's what you end up getting. Hey, you look great. Oh, hey, I noticed you've been driving a new car. It attracts men. Men notice these things. Women, not so much. It's a benefit. It's kind of like where they stay at the finish line and fuck the winner, but they don't want to know about what it took to earn the money or to build the physique. Kind of like where we always say women like dad bods, which means they basically like a competitive bodybuilder that's slightly in the off season. What it means is women like dad bods because they want you to be in great shape, but they don't want you to go to the gym. They don't want you to talk about going to the gym. They don't want you to not drink, and they don't want you to adjust your diet whatsoever, or have to be home and go to bed early. They don't want to know any of that stuff. They just want you to be in great shape. So that's what women mean by they want a dad bod. But I'm kind of going off the subject, and I apologize. But lifting weights will get you pretty far. and cover up a lot of inadequacies. But make no mistake, gyms are full of handsome, well-built, yet socially awkward or shy men on Friday and Saturday nights that had no prospects. Learn game. And that's the bottom line. You got to develop that personality just as much as you develop that body.